Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 9:30 service in celebration of overcoming obstacles this month. Today, we are going to be focusing on, keeping the faith, and staying encouraging while we're going through a difficult time. So, we're going to begin our celebration with singing to Sing to the Power. Let's do it. Sing to the power of the hope within. Sing to the power of the hope within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the hope within. How about strength? Sing to the power of the strength within. Sing to the power of the strength within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the strength within. Patience. Sing to the power of the patience within. Sing to the power of the patience within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the patience within. So nice. Thank you, Ava. We're going to be lighting our chalice today from another home. Double thumbs up for life. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather an online community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift. Awesome. For our mindfulness practice today, we're going to focus on one of the 4 qualities of nature that are in us and are so apparent in our world today, right, for springtime. The one I love for us to focus on is freshness, and it's usually represented by a flower. It's a quality in nature that is the thing that helps things pop back up when they're either down or they've died down in the winter. It's that quality of freshness like a flower. Especially today, if you're a family that's celebrating Easter or a family that's celebrating Passover, this freshness quality is in both of those traditions. So instead of talking anymore about this freshness, this capacity in us to bounce back up or to continue to open to life, here's some pictures that will help you to feel what I mean. I've invited Noel to play for us, and my invitation to you is to slowly unfold like a flower. It could be a daffodil, it could be a sunflower, or even a bean plant. Something that's slow to unfold, and we're just going to celebrate that quality in us. So just get into it. Here we go. How'd you do? That was great. Okay. Now I have a question for you for our moment of inquiry. My question to you is, do you happen to know why? What is your guess about this? Why do you think people say that Unitarian Universalism is like a stream of living souls? Why would they call us a stream of living souls? That's the question. I'm going to give you a big clue, okay? Here it comes. This is the Reverend Toribio Kumada. He is the founder of the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Philippines, and he was born in 1917. He was supporting poor people who were working the lands of their ancestors for many, many years without any rights to the land. So he did a lot of work trying to mobilize people to own the deeds of the lands that they were working on. And the people around him and the other religious traditions around him didn't like that he was encouraging his church communities to do this work of justice. He was assassinated. That means that he was killed. At the end of his life, his house was burned, his church was burned. Luckily, his family survived, but he basically died because of his such strong beliefs, and they were very much in contrast to the community he was living in. Okay, here's your clue. So down the stream of living souls, if we talk about Unitarian Universalists as being a stream of living souls, and I walk down the stream, literally walk down the stream, all the way down to the end. Oh, a fish. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh, they're right underneath my feet. Whoa. Anyway, if you follow this all the way down, okay, so it's been a while. I'm still walking. Here's the second part of your clue. It's coming up. Uh-oh. Look at this. I'm going to have to go under here. This is a long journey. This is part of the clue. And look, on the other side, it's some Unitarian Universalists. It's Otto and Anna. And they have a picture of somebody, which is your second clue. I'm going to get as close as I can without distance. Okay, that is a picture of Rev Tet. She is the first lesbian trans president of the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Philippines. And she was born in 1970. Thanks, Otto and Anna. Bye. The stream of living souls is about each person in their own time, in their own life, living out the values of our faith tradition. And we can't always see the impact that we will have. And that change may take a very long time, but that it's great for us to be able to love and honor our own principles in the situations that we are living in, and to do our best in the time that we have to bring our faith into the world. So Reverend Toribio in his time, very much oppressed, very much people did not accept this Unitarian Universalist Church of the Philippines. And now if you look years later, you see Rev Tet and this opening up for her leadership, which is just amazing. Gives me so much hope. It takes time, but our simple steps, each one of us is part of that stream. Each person, whether you're 5 or 105, each person is a living part of our faith tradition that evolves over time with the traditions we have. Yeah. So now we're going to go to our story. This is a story that Jesus told, and it's a parable, and it's very short. It's about a woman who has some coins, and she's in her kitchen. Luckily, we have a kitchen. Here's the story. There was once a woman who had 10 silver coins. She noticed at one time that one of them was missing. Oh no! She decided to get the broom and sweep the kitchen. Isn't it true that she would not just leave the coin to go unfound, but that she would sweep the kitchen looking for it? She swept around and around. Then she started moving things. She moved all the chairs out of the way. She looked over every inch of that floor for her lost coin. She couldn't find it anywhere. But she didn't give up. Still, not finding it, she decided to light a lamp, thinking that might be the better choice. So it was that she lit the lamp in an effort to see it more clearly. She got down on her knees with the lamp, and she saw near and far. She looked in all the crevices of her kitchen until it was eventually that she came upon the coin. It had dropped down near the wall. It was on a little shelf there below where the window was. And when she found it, she held it up with great enthusiasm. Ah! And she called out to all her friends and her family, "Please come see. I found my coin." And all her friends came running in. "Yes! Oh my gosh, look at that." And so it was that all of her effort had paid off, and the lost coin was reclaimed as her own. Yeah, so I'm wondering what you think about what that story has to teach us or to remind us about in terms of either Unitarian Universalism or overcoming obstacles, or this idea that we're focusing on today of like, it takes time for things to change. What do you think, Ava?
I think that it shows the importance of communities and individuals having wholeness and finding value in pieces that may have been fragmented off, and that in that wholeness they're actually able to celebrate fully.
Okay, so that whether it's community or self, that there's pieces that can be brought back in to celebrate wholeness as community or in yourself. Yeah, what about you, O?
I think the story showed that these pieces can be important enough for you to put in the effort, such as moving things around, lighting, lanterns. You have to put in the effort to find the missing pieces, as they might be very important to your community or your individual.
Yeah. So this idea that it's worth our effort, that we may have to put in lots of energy to continue to struggle to find the things that are worthy and valuable for us to have wholeness. Yeah, thanks you two. That's great. Yeah, I think about that especially as Unitarian Universalists with our first principle of the inherent worth and dignity of every person, that we value every person, not as a coin kind of value, but the value of each person's life, and that it's important for us to continue to reach out and pull in the voices of people who may not feel like they have value or our society values, or even the earth itself, to pull in pieces of nature that maybe have been forgotten or lost, and that can be brought into wholeness. So we celebrate this at church all the time, this idea of connecting and how important it is to have wholeness within ourselves and in our community and in our world. It's an ongoing struggle, and it takes time, right? It takes time and effort, and that's what it calls us to do, I think. So one way that we've decided to celebrate is to create, each of us, create a sculpture from things in nature that's completely biodegradable, that will represent our hope right now, because we're in this state of being limited to where we can go. And sometimes you might feel some despair or feel very itchy and you want things to change very quickly. But we decided to do a little art project and just create for ourselves a symbol out of nature that represents our hope. It could be our hope for ourselves, our hope for our community, or our hope for the planet, or all of the above. This one is mine. Yeah. It's that we are connected again in the circle of life, that our planet maybe does some healing, that our communities are restored, and that there's equity in whatever form comes. And I put this sprig of an evergreen that was on the ground in there to represent that ongoing struggle. Yeah. So here are some that my family made, just to give you some ideas. If you'd like to do this, you can put your piece either in a body of water, or you can just put it outside someplace special, and just to have it be there as a symbol of both your hope and kind of what your commitment is to maybe take a step forward in that thing and helping it to transform. So here they are. Now, while I go and put mine in the creek and invite my family members to go put theirs outside, I'll invite you to maybe write in the chat, what are you hoping for? What is most on your heart in terms of what you would love to see happen in yourself or in this world as a Unitarian Universalist? Because those hopes in common are the things that build us towards the future as a community. Okay, so to close our worship today, we're going to do our annual daffodils blooming. And this is like the wave, except it's a wave of daffodils. So one person goes up, and then the next person, and then the next person, and then you at home. And we'll do a couple of rounds. Okay, here we go. Okay. Happy spring. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. Till next time, big love from church. Bye now.